Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lads and lassies, that one's for my Scottish friend, Regigigas, BGC Regulation F. We are here. The Portland Regional just concluded. Only 2 Incineroars in top 8. Word on the street is Incineroar might be washed up, and that's a good thing. But ignoring that, we have more important things to discuss, and those more important things to discuss being Regigigas, Weezing, Regulation F. Is Regigigas back? The answer is probably not. Not really. Regigigas, everyone knows slow start is the worst ability of all time, and they gave it to somebody who should be really cool and powerful, but then they were like, yo, what if we made this guy useless instead? Weezing mitigates that in doubles with Neutralizing Gas, because then you get to play with Regigigas without his ability. The problem is Regigigas is extremely exploitable. If you kill Weezing, the dude's practically useless. If you burn him, he's practically useless. Being a normal type is practically useless. He has a lot going against him, and especially in high competition, high elo ladder matches, very easy to exploit. However, I'm recording a YouTube video, which means I get to cherry pick the games that I put in here, and I get to play at a lower elo. We're sitting around 1300. You play a lot of gimmick teams. This kind of is a gimmick team in and of itself, but hey, fun at the end is what matters. And I'm definitely not trying to play seriously with a Regigigas team. Regardless, choice band Regigigas, adamant, full bulk, because the speed, 100's fine. I just liked having the bulk better instead of the speed, so he can take a lot more hits, because then you're utilizing his base 110s across the board better. 233 attack. With the choice band boost, I believe that puts him at 349. So we're trying to mitigate this slow start as much as possible. That's also why I just ignored speed investment, because there are times where Weezing goes down and Regigigas is going to be slower than anything anyways, so I don't want to waste my speed EVs when it's going to get halved. So I have just a couple in there to outspeed certain things, like if for whatever reason someone's running max speed Incineroar, that tops out at 123, so we're sitting at 124. The choice band with the full adamant attack, even with slow start, it gives me 2 more base attack than Ogerpon, which Ogerpon is 172, so it puts me at 174. This Weezing set has 92 speed EVs. That lets us outpace most Incineroars, most Sinistras, some Indeedis, Porygon 2, so we can taunt them. Taunt on Incineroar prevents parting shot. Indeedee, helping hand, follow me, Trick Room. Porygon 2 is Trick Room, Sinistra, Rage Powder, Trick Room, all that. Sludge Bomb just for some stab damage, and he actually helps chip down a lot. So with Regigigas Weezing, you're pretty much brute forcing your way through as much as possible. You want them to get as much damage off as possible. And then the back 4 we have here are just all max speed, max attack sweepers to come in and clean up. The 6 slot, I had trouble with it. Our first 3 slots, Fluttermane, Ogerpon, or Shifu. 90% of your matches you bring in Gigas, Weezing, Fluttermane, and then 1 of Ogerpon or Shifu. Ogerpon is good against opposing Urshifus. He has a nice speed turret, 110, U-turn, lets you pivot around a little bit, and when you Terastallize Ogerpon, you mitigate Neutralizing Gas because of body aspect. Everyone knows that Urshifu is one of the best mons in the format right now, same with Fluttermane, and we just want them to be as fast and hit as hard as possible. Landorus Incarnate is here because this team can struggle with some of the bigger steel types in the meta. Archaladon, I've had some trouble with because you're not hitting him with Weezing. Gigas has high horsepower, but if you're locked into something else before the steel type comes out, you're not really doing a lot of pulling Gigas in and out to reset the choice band. So that's where I found the most success with Landorus, in those heavy steel type matchups where he can just get massive ground stab damage off. Gigas, very fun to use when he just starts one-shotting things and cleans up a game. So first game, bringing Gigas Weezing with Ogerpon and Landorus in the back. He's running like a Sunroom team that looks like it also has a rain mode. He doesn't really have a great way to stop a Gigas Weezing opening though, unless he just like doubles into the Weezing slot, but this team looks like that bro is going to want to do some setting up on the first turn, whether that's with Tailwind or Rain, or if that's going to be with Oranguru and Trick Room. No redirection, so I should be able to take care of whatever he opens with pretty easily. So he actually goes Oranguru Sylveon, which is okay with me because I'm just going to double the Oranguru slot. Pretty sure Crush Grip doesn't OHKO. Yeah, it does like 94%. We can get that kill. No Trick Room for you, sir. He brings in Golden Go. So I'm kind of stuck now because I'm locked into Crush Grip on Gigas, which I can definitely use to just kill Sylveon. I'm just trying to decide if I want to. Well, no, it shouldn't matter because I have Landorus in the back who is way faster. And he probably just has Urshifu in the back instead of Torn. So I'm just going to Crush Grip the Sylveon slot. And do I think it'll one-shot Sylveon? I think we'll find out, and I'll just protect Weezing. Yes, it does, baby. Regigigas. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, now he gets the special attack boost. So we're going to be relying on our two boys in the back to clean this one up. He actually has Torkoal in the back, which is perfectly fine with me. So I actually kind of want to switch Gigas out, I think. I don't need to though, because like Landorus cleans this game up. So we're just gonna Crush Grip Torkoal. I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp the Golden Go because, you know, I can't Crush Grip it and I can't Sludge Bomb it. But since we can neutralize his ability, we can get him out of there. And at least have him taking some residual damage. Now it's pretty much just up to Landorus to clean this up. I'm not going to Sandsear. I'm going to Crush Grip again. And then I'm just going to Earth Power this slot because I don't want to risk a Sandsear miss, because if this Golden Go survives, if Sandsear misses the Golden Go, then I pretty much lose the game, and Crush Grip's still going to do 50%. And yeah, that's totally fine. So we just win the next turn. He forfeited. We win that the next turn anyways. We just use Earth Power, and we also have Ogerpon in the back. Good first game. Regigigas put in some big work there. Gigas Weezing, of course. And then it almost looks like another Landorus game because I know Landorus can one-shot Registeel. Although he kind of does have a lot of threats for Landorus. Like the Dragapult's going to be faster. Champao one-shots. And I'm Terra Ground just for damage. I'm not a defensive Terra, just because I needed big ground damage. So what do I want to do here? I think Fluttermane for sure comes in this, right? And then go find Urshifu. I might just bring Urshifu just for the speed, but I don't think Urshifu does too much for me here. He has a resistance in Dragapult. Yeah, an immunity in Ogerpon. So I think I'll just bring Landorus in the back. He's going to open Screamtail Registeel. So the Registeel probably just wants to do like its Iron Defense shenanigans. I don't want to Terrastalize yet, but what I want to do is I want to get rid of the Screamtail. So we'll see if he can one-shot the Screamtail. Oh, well, he's just going to protect. We are going to Will-O-Wisp the Registeel, though, to cut the Body Press, Heavy Slam, whatever he's carrying in half. So that helps there. He could switch into Dragapult, but we're just gonna Crush Grip again. We'll actually just double into the Screamtail slot. Oh well, I did forget about the old disable shenanigans that he likes to pull. I think we'll just hard swap into Landorus. I'll probably hard swap Gigas out next turn. Screamtail probably gonna be full speed, so it's gonna be 179. I'd imagine that's pretty much what they all run. I'll just Sludge Bomb the slot because yeah, we pretty much have to pull. We have to pull Regigigas out of that because he's choice banded. This should be a pretty easy Sandsear though. The problem is, well, I definitely want to switch Weezing out because I don't want to holy train of thought just went gone. We want to pull out Weezing because, you know, I can't really do anything else with him, and I don't want to take the Life Orb recoil. Screamtail's going to protect, that's fine. Actually, the double protect is fine. Screamtail's faster. Now he might try to disable me again, so I'm actually going to Earth Power the Registeel slot. And then I think I will Shadow Ball the Screamtail slot. Kill the Screamtail, so this should be a double kill here. Oh, he lived just barely. But because he's burned, the Heavy Slam isn't going to kill. That's very nice for us. Chien-Pao comes out, which means my Landorus has seen its last days. However, does a D-Gleam kill at 18 with a burn? I think we're going to find out. Have I shown Protected? I haven't shown Protect yet. If I Terra Fairy, I think the D-Gleam should kill. I think it should kill anyways. I mean, I know he resists it, but we're going to go for it because I want the Registeel gone. He actually just protects, which is I'm totally fine with. Now Chien-Pao's super low. He's going to Ice Spinner this slot, and my Flutter Mane outspeeds, which is super nice. So I can actually just click Sand Sea or Dazzling Gleam, just on the off chance Chien-Pao tries to Sucker Punch something and kills it. And then, yeah, nice cleanup right there. He ends up forfeiting. We don't know who he had in the back, but we had all 4 of our guys still up, so it would have had to have been a monumental throw from us to lose that game. All right, back with another generic VGC team. Got a phone call in the middle of the last game, so that one won't make it into the video, but it's okay because I lost it anyways. It was a Dozo-Giri matchup. The team struggles a little bit with Dozo-Giri. I had the Dozo burned, and then I got a phone call, and I stopped actually thinking about the game and was just clicking buttons. So we'll go Gigas Weezing naturally. I actually want Landorus because when I see the Golden Go matchup, I want Landorus in the back. Rillaboom makes it hard for me to want to bring my water types. And I think Flutter Mane will be okay here. I also think Ogerpon could be okay, especially if I can get my Terastallization off to get the special defense boost, because he's got 4 special attackers. So if we can get that boost off, that should help out a little bit here. He's probably, if I had to guess, it's Incineroar, so it's most likely just going to be a fake out into the Giga slot, and then probably, what does he get? Earth Power. I almost said High Horsepower because I was staring at it from Gigas. But on the off chance he doesn't, I'll protect Weezing and then Crush Grip the Landorus slot, because sometimes they fake out the Weezing slot, you never know. He actually has Psychic on Landorus, which is interesting to me. Now Weezing's definitely not gonna live this. Actually, he probably does, because Sheer Force is disabled right now. It's non-stab. I mean, I'm not the bulkiest on the special side, but I kind of like my chances, and I'm going to go for it. Yeah, there we go. So he takes 72%. Get the Citrus off. Crush Grip will kill the Landorus. Because I thought about Terastallizing out of that, and he even lives the double up. He gets burned, though, which probably doesn't kill. So we get one more turn of Weezing. So I guess we need to use it wisely, and it's going to depend on who he sends out. If he sends out, like, Golden Go, I'm not in a great spot. But I will be able to pivot in my Landorus for free once Weezing goes down. Unfortunately, Flutter Mane coming in, I can't attack him, so I just have to Crush Grip the Incineroar slot. I'll protect Weezing just so he doesn't die before Gigas gets to attack. So I get at least one more full strength Crush Grip off, which will kill the Incineroar for sure at 60%. Now Weezing's gonna go down. He picked Dazzling Gleam, so he's probably locking himself into D-Gleam. So I can actually get Ogerpon out here. He has Golden Go in the back, which is really good for me, actually. It's not good for my Gigas, but I don't want to switch in Landorus, so I'm just gonna click Crush Grip, and I'm gonna Terra Water Ivy Cudgel the Flutter Mane slot. Because if I can get the Flutter Mane down, yeah, and that Terra boost is going to help so much. So the Flutter Mane's on a Sash. I can live one more attack from the Flutter Mane, which is good. So I'm just going to Crush Grip again. And then a Horn Leech. Ooh, actually, there's a part of me that wants to Spiky Shield. No, because I want Flutter Mane to go down, so we'll Horn Leech just to get like the extra 1%. Oh, he's Focus Sash. Oh, well, he didn't use Protect, so he kind of bailed me there. I probably should have protected that turn. He actually gets really greedy and goes for another nasty plot, which is definitely a choice. Golden Go, I don't think you resist Ivy Cudgel. I don't know if you resist Horn Leech either, but oh yeah, 66%. So we got this game locked up because he isn't going to know I have Landorus in the back. Gigas is just going to keep sitting on the field. No Air Balloon. You haven't Terra'd, but surely you're not Terra Flying Golden Go because nobody runs Terra Flying Golden Go. Okay, yeah, Terra Steel. I was gonna say if he's Terra Flying, well, I guess if he was Terra Flying, it kind of got dicey. But Gigas was slower actually. So if he was Terra Flying and that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But he's not, so we win it. Gigas gets a lot of Crush Grips off that does no damage, but hey, you know what? That's part of the fun. So another game we're opening Gigas Weezing. We have Landorus in the back because of the double ground weakness, a couple poison weaknesses. Fluttermane I opted for over Urshifu because Rilla Ogerpon makes it hard to bring Urshifu, where I can just bring Fluttermane, it's really fast, and can beat up whatever is in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna double the Rillaboom slot because I feel like there's a good chance Gouging Fire uses Burning Bulwark. So I'm just going to Crush Grip Will-O-Wisps. That way, if he fakes out Weezing, I still get a Crush Grip off on Rillaboom. Does 80%, which is super nice. I'm actually going to go for the play here and Terra Fairy. We'll Sludge Bomb Rillaboom. He's going to switch out, which is great. We'll Terra Fairy to... Well, he actually howls instead of breaking swipes. It does 60%. Ogerpon's going to take a lot. Actually, a pretty solid turn for us, I think. Now, I don't want to Crush Grip the Gouging Fire. I want to Crush Grip the Ogerpon because of Burning Bulwark. So I'll Sludge Bomb this left slot. He's going to howl again, which means whatever this Ogerpon's attacking is probably dead. It actually is not dead. We'll get another Crush Grip off. Ooh. Decisions. Here's what my decisions are going to be. It's going to be Crush Gripping probably the Ogerpon slot. Yeah, and I'm going to protect Weezing. Breaking Swipe is fine. Ogerpon's just going to kill Gigas. Oh my gosh, he didn't kill Gigas. Probably because Crush Grip is going to do no damage at this point. So I was hoping that I could prevent Weezing from going down and get a free pivot into Lando or Fluttermane. I mean, if I go for the double protect and get it, I'm sitting really nice. So I'm going to try it. I don't get it, unfortunately. He's just going to Flare Blitz that slot. I think Sludge Bomb would have been pretty good, but... Oh, Weezing actually took 0 damage from that. I'm surprised. But I guess I am Fizz Def. So now I can just bring in Fluttermane. I'm faster than both of these guys. A Dazzling Gleam will surely do 16 and 12. It'll definitely kill Ogerpon. I'm sure it'll do 12 to Gouging. Oh, because it's neutral. I thought he resisted because, you know, he's part fire type. And then Weezing, you will just throw a Sludge Bomb into a slot. The Dazzling Gleam will put in work here, though, for sure. Fluttermane outspeeds everything, so both of these guys are just dead. And that's what we were hoping for with that Protect turn from Weezing. Yeah, like, you can follow me, but they're both dead. So we get the result we want anyways, because I underestimated Weezing's incredible bulk. No Terra, so he can pretty freely shoot out a Shadow Ball into my Fluttermane. And what I want to do is I want to... Actually, I don't even want to Will-O-Wisp the Rillaboom. I just want to straight Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom. He probably high horsepowers the Weezing slot. Oh, he actually just fake outs. So, what I'm going to do, because he's not going to click Grassy Glide, and I'm going to bank on this Fluttermane being Choice Specs instead of Booster Energy. I'm going to switch out Weezing, so I get the proc on my Fluttermane. A Dazzling Gleam will kill Rillaboom at 22%, I'm sure. I hope so, at least. This way, I outspeed the other Fluttermane, get that damage off, Rillaboom goes down. My Fluttermane probably dies, but that's okay because now it's a 2v1. And he's locked into Shadow Ball. So what I do now is I just Sludge Bomb, Earth Power. He can't Oko Landorus. We get the Earth Power off, Sludge Bomb cleans up the game. Bing Bop Boom. The Big Brain Weezing plays. And I'm okay with doing that because I know he probably isn't clicking Grassy Glide since it doesn't have the priority, so I can pull Weezing out pretty easily there. So that's the Gigas team. Not a very viable team. I think the 4 slots here can probably be played around with, especially giving them like actual EV spreads instead of just full attack, full speed. But the star of the show is just sending out Gigas Weezing, Choice Band Crush Gripping something. I have Drain Punch and Ice Punch. I didn't use them a ton. Drain Punch got a lot more use than Ice Punch. That's mostly just because, I mean, unless it's a 4x weakness to Ice Punch, Crush Grip is probably getting the kill regardless. So you just click that. It's really fun to launch out Choice Banded Crush Grips with 350 attack. Weezing, obviously you have to have him. And you can still play around it once Weezing goes down, but keeping Weezing up is more important than keeping Gigas up because the guys in the back have abilities for the most part that can be played around other than Landorus, but you can play around Unseen Fist being disabled. Ogerpon, if you Terastallize with Embody Aspect, then you're not going to have Water Absorb anyways. Photosynthesis can be played around, and when Weezing isn't on the field, you get the booster energy boosts, so you outspeed everything. So fun team. If Gigas Weezing sees any results at any regionals, I'll be shocked because it feels like a very exploitable matchup at high ladder and in competitive matches, just because what Gigas wants to do is so predictable, and once Weezing goes down, you don't really have to worry about the Gigas slot anymore. But hey, we got a bunch of Gigas one-shots for YouTube, and that's what the goal was. So if you liked the Gigas Carnage, leave a like, subscribe for more videos every Tuesday, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern, or maybe a little later, you know, it's kind of up in the air. But we're going to keep on pumping, just like Gigas pumped with some Choice Band Crush Grips.